amazing doctor. It was Friday. I didn't want to stay in the hospital overnight at all, period, let alone a weekend when nobody's even working. And the tumor board at the cancer center doesn't meet until Monday morning anyways. So how am I going to get myself home? Well, I begged for them to let me go home. They said the only way I can go home is if I go home on oxygen. Okay, how do we make that happen? Well, you get declared palliative status, which I am. Like, it's not a shocker, people. Stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It's palliative, there's no cure. You get treated for comfort and try to make you live as long as possible. But there's no cure at this point. Duh, like, Google it. I don't mean to be condescending. It's just for anyone who's a naysayer or a doubter or whatever the case may be. Like, it just is what it is, okay? So palliative status, and then you have to get a blood gas arterial test or whatever it's called. They stick a needle in your artery and they measure your blood gas levels and the actual amount of oxygen in your blood over a period of time or whatever. And then you get a score. And if you don't pass that test, then they have another way they can do a tape where they measure on your finger with the meter a 6-minute time frame where you stay below 92% saturation. You get a pass, which means the government approves your oxygen for it to be covered under your provincial health plan. So we called the oxygen supply people. They came to the hospital, gave me a portable unit so that we could drive the hour and a half home. And we got home at 3:30 that morning, and I was in the best mood the next day because home care arrived as early as they could with my home unit, and I have oxygen on at home. I have a big long leash. I can walk everywhere. I can go outside, upstairs, downstairs. There's nowhere I can't go with my oxygen at home. It's an air generator. So it just takes in the air from the environment, filters out the nitrogen, and gives me back pure oxygen, I guess. So I don't have canisters or any of that business. I just have a unit, and then my portable unit does the same thing. So I can travel. And that's where we stand right now. So all of this means that I have stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I went from having, let me remind you, DCIS on biopsy to IDC on surgical pathology, which was early stage, which I did not need chemo for, and I declined the tamoxifen even though I was estrogen positive because my oncologist at the time told me the risk was less than 1% of recurrence. So I just thought, why take the tamoxifen and bear those side effects if I could avoid the side effects and still have a great chance of living a normal life? I made the right choice. My current medical oncologist still stands behind that decision and says, don't blame yourself, Leanne. You did nothing for this to return. You're just one of the unlucky few. And he would have backed the same decision back then too. So fast forward to today, we're gonna try plan A, and I'll tell you all about that in the next video because I've already talked your ears off nonstop for 16 minutes, and I'm sure none of you have gotten this far in the video anyways, but if you have, thank you for watching. And I do this so that people can relate to the story. More on that later too, and just have a great day because I know I'm going to. Bye.